We welcome you to the Heartland, 7 miles from downtown Kansas City, GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium for more than a half-century, the home of the Kansas City Chiefs. Thanks for having us in. Chill in the air. Folks are bundled in the seats and on the field. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson, a bit warmer up here in the booth. These cold weather games, Greg, always interesting to watch how it impacts the... So pleased to have you along. This should be a good one. We're set. And off we go here on EA Sports. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Chargers led out by Justin Herbert in his 5th season out, Greg, as the Charger QB, a guy we saw win the Offensive Rookie of the Year in 2020.
One thing about this guy that's pretty clear, Mike, is there's not a whole lot that rattles him. He does a good job staying even-keeled. You don't know if he just threw a pick or if he just led his team to a touchdown drive, and that was kind of the case last week. He didn't let it snowball into a bunch of back-breaking mistakes. He just shook it off and kept playing. Now, can he keep that mentality as the rest of the year unfolds? And if he does, he's going to give his team a chance every single week.
They'll go back to Edwards on 1st down, and he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's 2nd down. Putting the tight end in motion. They run once more with Edwards. They gain 18 yards on that one, and the Chargers have the 1st down.
This is how you draw up your opening possession when you're on the road. The longer the drive goes, the quieter the crowd gets. Continue to mix in that run game. Let's see if they can finish off by putting this ball in the end zone.
Here's 1st and 10. Again, it's Edwards. Well, they weren't going to get him the 2nd time with the same back. Defense all over that one. They stop him for no gain. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Herbert. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. To throw is Herbert. Now a screen set up for Edwards. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the 1st down marker. So now 4th down, and Cameron Dicker is on for the Chargers. This is going to be from 53 yards out. Dicker's kick is good. And the Chargers will take a 3-0 lead.
And that's a good drive right out of the gate. They're able to make some plays, move the ball down the field. I know they didn't get a touchdown, but that is a good, positive result.
It's Xavier Worthy on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Chiefs come out with the face of the NFL, Patrick Mahomes. 2-time regular season MVP, 3-time Super Bowl MVP, just in his 8th year, best in the business at the helm for KC, Greg.
Some games, the quarterback can just go out there and just take what the defense gives them. They don't have to necessarily create a lot of opportunities for their teammates to go out and perform, and they can still come away with the win. I think today, though, he's going to be asked to carry a little bit more of a load, make some more plays happen, be a little bit more assertive. If he does that, this team's just going to continue to get better and better, and it's going to be a tough matchup.
He finds DeAndre Hopkins for the catch. Here's 3rd and 2. They'll try and run it here with Pacheco. A gain there of 10 yards. Good for a Chiefs 1st down.
Over the last couple years, Mike, we've seen the trend in the NFL is that 3rd down has really become a passing down, but not here. Not for this team. They keep the ball on the ground. They're able to pick up a big gain. Fresh set of downs.
And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Second down and 3. Now Mahomes gives it to Pacheco. And that'll give him a first down. Tackle made after the pickup of 3. They'll stay on the ground and stay with Pacheco. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Now whistles. Play clock at 0, and that'll cost them 5.
Offense. Still first down.
From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. That'll be caught. Juju Smith-Schuster. Good result there after the penalty. They get the yardage back and then some.
How fast things can flip. You find yourself in first and a mile after taking a penalty on first down. But that chunk play there in the passing game now gets them back in sequence with the chains and brings up a more man.
That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Juju Smith-Schuster. Touchdown, KC. It's his 4th touchdown on the year.
All week we're going to see this play be run over and over as a highlight of the quarterback and the receiver. But, Mike, the part that people don't give enough credit to, in order to get a downfield shot, you have to have time. And what a great job by the offensive line, allowing the quarterback to be comfortable enough in the pocket. Let those deeper routes develop, be on time and accurate with the ball. And that's why this play is going to be a highlight all week. Let's give the big guys up front some credit.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here's Darius Davis to return it. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Chargers offense going to take over now for the second time. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. They'll run to begin this drive. It's Edwards. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Shotgun now for Herbert. That's to his tight end, the former Seahawk, Will Dissly.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Herbert. He connects with Dissly. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. So we are through 1 on Sunday Night Football. 7-3 is our score. We'll be back in Kansas City after this. 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, here's Herbert. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
At some point, you would just like to see that internal clock start to speed up. The longer the play goes on, the more vulnerable you become as the quarterback. Get rid of the ball, but no matter what, you have to avoid the sack.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. Here come the Chiefs and last year's Super Bowl MVP, Patrick Mahomes, for their next drive. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to Add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains. I'm not sure there's any position on defense that's undergone as much of an evolution as the linebacker position. In the old days, they were the physical tone setters. They were the tacklers. But now, it's their ability to hold up in coverage like you...
Oh, Pacheco hit. He loses the football. The Chargers have it.
And as you can see with that fumble, Mike, it really just goes back to the fundamentals of how they're taught to carry the ball. And they talk about the points of pressure. And the biggest thing really, Mike, is you want the front tip of the ball, the part where your fingers cover, to always be higher than the back tip of the ball. So often you see that front tip go down, and it makes it so much easier for that defender to kind of rake it out. So you want pressure against the outside of the ball, both tips, the inside of the ball, and then keep that front point up.
Now a handoff to Edwards. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. From the gun, it's Herbert. He connects with Palmer on that one. And this drive's going to continue. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 1st and goal for his team. To throw, it's Herbert. And this is too far over the end line. It's incomplete. Another one from the 5, 2nd down and goal. Now it's Edwards. And nothing develops there. It'll stay right at the 5-yard line. No gain on that one. Good job so far by the defense protecting the short field. Now it's 3rd and goal. That is caught, and he'll take it on in. Joshua Palmer, touchdown Chargers. So the turnover turns into a quick touchdown, and Greg, that's exactly how you want your offense to take care of business.
Anytime your defense can create those sudden change situations, Mike, absolutely, you have to take advantage of it. 1 second, you're sitting on the bench, going over your next drive. All of a sudden, after that turnover, you've got to be able to get out on the field and go. Take advantage of the short field, and results in a nice touchdown.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Chiefs and their running back, Isaiah Pacheco, head out for their next drive. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. He's got his tight end. That's Travis Kelce. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. On the carry, it's Pacheco. And he's got it. 1st down. A pickup of 4.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst, they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
1st down throw. Mahomes. 12 yards there. And a 1st down. Here's Patrick. He'll throw it on 1st down. He'll get this complete. That's the tight end, Noah Gray. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
They put Kelce in motion. Mahomes on first down. A short throw taken in by Kelsey. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. 2nd and a yard. Smith-Schuster, the man in motion. Right back to the air for Mahomes. He'll get that complete to Isaiah Pacheco. And they'll mark him out at the 8, but it is enough to set up 1st and goal. Mahomes now to throw again. He's got it at the 3. And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes.
And he'll just get up inside those big bodies up front, and he's in. Touchdown, Kansas City. A lot of big bodies down there, but at the end of the day, the one that mattered, the one with the ball, finds the end zone for the touchdown.
Yeah, once that back gets the ball, Mike, he's just looking for a little crack of daylight, and he's thinking, I'm going to run into it and just hope I come out the other side. And in this case, the other side's the end zone, and they get 6.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Davis now to return it. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Chargers offense and their wide receiver getting ready to get back to work. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Now it's Herbert. There is his tight end, Disley. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? A handoff, and this is Vidal. And that's going to be good for a Chargers 1st down as he gets this up to the 42. Here's Herbert. That's the rookie from Georgia. It's Ladd McConkey. Herbert now on 1st down. To the left side, catch made by McConkey. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is...
He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. That's picked up by the Chiefs.
Mike, we hear that term run after catch so often, and sometimes people miss that there's kind of a middle phase. There's the catch, but before it turns into a run, you have to secure the ball as a ball carrier, right? It needs to be put away, properly held, points of pressure, front tip up against your body. All of that is kind of taken for granted. Catching it is just step 1. You've got to secure the ball before you become a runner.
1st and 10 for Mahomes. He'll swing one out wide to Pacheco. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. They put Kelsey in motion. So we're at halftime here on Sunday Night Football. As we'll get you down to Orlando now. That's where the coach is, Jonathan Coachman. And our EA Sports play on, so we'll do the same as we get set for quarter number 3. On the return, it's the rookie Xavier Worthy. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. Patrick Mahomes going to lead the KC offense back out for this next drive. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now they're trying to keep it going. On first down, it's Mahomes. The left side into the hands of Hopkins. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on first down. They'll run with Pacheco. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now, it's third down. They put Kelsey in motion. On third down, Mahomes. And that is incomplete. Travis Kelsey, the intended target. And it's going to bring up fourth down. On comes the Chiefs punter. Back deep is Darius Davis. This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. The Chargers offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. This will start from the 12, trying to put a drive together here. It's 1st and 10. This one complete to Palmer. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. Shotgun now for Herbert. And he does a nice job to avoid the initial wave. They're going to get him down behind the line.
This is where the playmaking ability almost can be a detriment to a running quarterback. They have such confidence in their ability to keep plays alive with their legs that sometimes they hold it just a little bit too long, thinking they can make the next big play. And good job by the defenders tracking him down and took him down for a loss. Well, we'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allowed the first down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the first down.
Throwing on first down is Herbert. He connects with Disley. He's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Out of the gun, here's Herbert. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect. I think everybody in the stadium saw that run coming, Mike, but good luck stopping it. I mean, all he really had to do was just fall forward, and it would be enough to pick up the first down.
On the ground, it's Edwards. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Again, zone read, it's Edwards. And he's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
When the offense broke the huddle in a line, Mike, I think everybody in the stadium knew this was going to be a run, but the offense is kind of saying, okay, line up, I dare you to try to stop us, and right now this defense has no answers.
Edwards now on 1st and 10.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like, there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
Now Herbert throwing on 2nd down. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down. From the gun, it's Herbert. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. So here comes the KC offense set to take over once more. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Throwing is Mahomes. That is caught. It is Hopkins. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. Throw to the right flat. It is caught. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. Uh-oh. And he's going to be out of bounds with a gain of 7. And that'll be enough for a 1st down.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. A give here to Pacheco. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Once again, it's Pacheco. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard, but that's it.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up 3rd down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations. At this point in the game, Mike, it really starts coming down to the number of possessions. So that's a huge 1st down conversion, fresh set of downs. Now, the balance is stay aggressive and maintain the ball, but also start working this clock.
And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. From the gun, here's Pacheco. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. Converted twice on 3rd down already on this drive. Now can they do it for a 3rd time? That's complete. He got it to Hopkins. That's catch 3 just on this drop. And it gets his team a 1st down.
So this is a part of the game that everybody works on, Mike. They call it 4-minute offense. And you don't necessarily have to have 4 minutes on the clock. But the whole idea is we possess the ball late in the 4th quarter with the lead. The goal is we want to end the game with the ball. So that 3rd down conversion is going to go a long way. Protect the ball, continue to pick up 1st downs. If they do that, I don't even think their opponent sees the ball again.
Here's 2nd and 2. Gray is the motion man here. Mahomes looking to throw on 2nd down. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
And this is the blueprint, Mike. The ability to sustain and maintain possession and methodically move the ball down the field in the process. The defense has had no answers up until this point. And now the next step is, can they come away with 6? Because anything less than that, after this long drive, would be a bit of a letdown.
And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st and goal. That tackle's made at the 10-yard line. Here's Pacheco. And a nice run. It's down to the 5-yard line. Now here's 2nd and goal. Here's Mahomes. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Travis Kelce. Touchdown, Chiefs. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Davis now to return it, and he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. So now here comes the Chargers as they get set to take over once more. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. To throw, it's Herbert. He connects with Palmer on that one. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. That one complete to McConkey. To throw is Herbert. Hit as he threw it. The pass is incomplete.
This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump, and they've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure in the backfield is why this team finds themselves with the lead here late in this ballgame.
And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be 1st and goal. There's that man again, another catch. And they'll get him down right around the 5-yard line. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Quentin Johnston. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance. But can they get a stop and get the ball back again?
That's caught. So they get the 2-point conversion. And all of a sudden, that 11-point deficit down to just a field goal here in the fourth. So they've cut into the lead. Now just a field goal behind as they kick it off. Here comes Worthy to return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense. And Patrick Mahomes coming out for their next drive. And he has been in control of this offense. Want to run you through some of the action from earlier on. You've got the 2 touchdown passes, over 200 passing yards. He has been excellent all game long. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. And he gets that to Hardman. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. They'll send him over to the left. They show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. And he'll work his way for about 4 yards. And that's good enough for a 1st down. A run. It's Pacheco. And not a lot there. Only up to about the 41. 2nd down and 8. Here's a handoff to Pacheco. And he'll get maybe about 4 yards out of that one. The lane closed quickly. And here comes 3rd down. Gray is the motion man here. They'll drop to throw. That's complete. Who else? It's Kelsey. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down.
And that first down should all but do it, Mike. With only one remaining timeout, the defense just can't stop the clock enough. Got to imagine it's victory formation, and we're a couple kneels away from this game being over.
The defense still with all 3 timeouts at their disposal as the quarterback's down to a knee. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So this one in the win column for the Chiefs. And it is a season sweep for them. They defeat their division rivals for the 2nd time this year. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Chiefs victorious as we say so long from Arrowhead.